Are you ready for an adventure? Join me while I hike this drained lake looking for Bigfoot tracks. Hey folks, welcome back to West Virginia Cryptids and Strange Encounters. As you can see, I'm actually at Sutton Lake in Braxton County. They have the winter draw. It's been drawn down, and I'm actually in an area where Wolf Creek actually dumps into the lake, and it's a tributary to the lake. And I've gotten a couple reports here lately of Bigfoot being seen in this area. One of them was just right up the road here, the entrance to come into the lake. There is a water hole where it runs underneath the road there through some culverts. I guess a guy said he was near there fishing and turned around and seen one of these things standing near the water hole. So I figured, if the lake's down, why not look for some prints? And as you can see, these mud flats are going to be great, great places to look. And I wanted to bring you all along. As you can see, there's actually prints here, but unfortunately they're not Bigfoot. These are definitely boot prints. And probably some people doing the same thing I'm doing. I know there's some folks that come down here to look for artifacts. I guess there's been some old primitive stone tools found along this area or another area down the road, and I think that's what might be what's going on here. That or just somebody out hunting recently. As you can see, that's my footprint with the tread in it, and that's another boot print right there. There's one. They're walking right along here. So I'm gonna follow them, the same trail. Actually, they going that way, and can't really tell what those are right off. Probably deer by the looks of it. As you can see, it's a pretty nice sized mud flat. Those are the only tracks I could see from a distance. With the way the sun is right now, anything that would have been made a pretty good impression would show up really well. All you do is look for the shadows. And that's kind of how I've seen some of these. But unfortunately, they're just regular old boot prints. So I'm gonna head across the water here and check out that mud flat on that side. Okay, I'm over on the other mud flat here. And as you can see, there's a lot of human activity here, or has been. Looks like someone has driven out here and just your normal shoe prints here, some of them. Some of them are just dents in the dirt, I guess you'd call them. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while, but I was kind of waiting for the cooler weather. Unfortunately, it warmed up a good bit today, and the mud's kind of soft in some places. You can see somebody's driven a four-wheeler down through here. But it's definitely a great place to look for prints. That one's fairly interesting. There's a couple. There's that coyote prints. Yep. As you look here, keep looking. Yeah, it's just boot prints. It almost looked like that one back there had a toe in it. There's more of your coyotes. I did find some pretty large canine prints back there. At least they look like this canine, either that or small bear. They weren't the greatest looking. They've been there for a while, but they're pretty good size. There we go again, some regular boot prints. So I'm just going to keep walking. This is the back part of Sutton Lake, so it's a pretty good sized lake. We'll walk out here for a while, and then before dark, I want to go back to the area where that guy had his sighting, supposedly. Check around there, and I'll be staying here tonight, so in the area. So I'll come back out tomorrow. You can see here that in the shade it's still pretty frozen. It's been in the teens here at night, but today it's supposed to be in the 40s. But here in the shade, it's fairly chilly still. So far just boots. These are a little bit, I don't see any toe marks, but you can kind of see the, right here, the ridge. There's a ridge on that one. And either they're fairly large, I mean, they're narrow, either fairly large or they've just some slide to them. And the stride's not very long either. The freeze and thaw on them and stuff, it's kind of taking any definitive features out of them on these ones. Kind of hard to tell. But as short as the stride is, I'm gonna say it's more or less a boot, probably. That was probably where the heel or the arch was, where the in front of the boot. And I wish I could just find one that has toes if it's not a boot. But I'm not seeing anything that has toes. I mean, it's a decent trackway across there. They're coming the opposite direction in which I am. And with deer season just recently over, it could be very well probably hunters coming out, because I am in a wildlife management area. All right, well, I'm gonna hike down to the end of this one, see if I can see where it goes. I can see a slide down there. If I can't get around it very easily, I might jump over to that side. Okay, well, I'm gonna cross the stream again. I just want to give everybody just to show you why I'm here. As you can see, there's about a ½ inch of ice kind of over top of this mud. And as you can see, oh, stuck in the mud now. I leave pretty deep tracks, so it is pretty soft. So, let's head across the stream real quick now. See what we can find on the other side. Oh yeah, it's a lot softer. At least right here. That's a pretty good sized mud flat here. You can see the actual, or the the normal level of the lake back here. So it's down quite a ways. Like I said, it's on its winter pool. It's been drawn down. I see some deer tracks, probably some right there. But if you look, kind of look across here, let me get down here. You look across the mud, and as soft as it is, you'll start seeing any push up from a step. It may not be much, but you can kind of see them from a distance, even like these deer prints. If you look across them. So you kind of just keep your eye peeled for that shadow. Huh, that's pretty cool. Remnants of some old structure there. Looks like some stone concrete around it. Here's some brick. Here's the local taxidermist here. He told me this is a great place to look for stone tools and fossils. He comes down here every year. Well, actually, it's later, like in February, I believe. He told me he usually comes down because that's when things are pretty frozen. And he's found quite a few things. So let's look along this one and move on across the creek again. A couple years ago, in this pretty much the same area here, except way back up back in the mountain right there, I found an odd little rock stack. It had a had like this little stick just balancing on it. So anytime I find or see these, even though these are, even that one may have been man-made, I always check them out. Oh, this is really soft mud here. It's kind of sandy, and a little bit of sandy consistency to it. So I lost her. Here's their sunglasses. You could hike these mud flats for for hours. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna assume by the looks of it, it goes to the left. Because this lake, I believe, is 13 miles long. You can see right there, ATV trail. This is a lot softer here than the other one, the other stuff. But the bad thing is the way this mud settles, or whatever you want to call it. There's all kinds of dimples in it. And you have to really get up close to look, see if there's a footprint or just something natural. I mean, you can see mine. They have pretty good tread. So if anything had toes, it should show up pretty well. All right, I think I'm gonna head toward that cove right there first. And it looks like there's another one that might go back. I can see a big rock stack here. Like I said, those are most likely human-made, but I'm gonna go check them out and see where it goes to the left eventually, before the sun gets too far down. I mean, it's like 2 o'clock here, but when the sun starts going behind the tree line there, it'll get pretty cold pretty quick. You can see an ATV trail running right there. It must be a trail. And I'm just gonna say that's probably human-made, but I'm gonna go check it out. All right, I'm gonna say it is most definitely human-made, man-made. Because if you look right above it there, there is a campfire ring that someone has made. So, nothing unusual there. There's the campfire ring. Oh, let's see. Oh, I guess this goes back further to the right than I thought. Yeah, it's just a cove. The stream and lake. Well, I should have known better. Where the stream's running is where the lake's going to be. But I'm gonna check that out a little bit. See, there's ATV trail there, ATV trail there. Yeah, look, it's just looks like they've been riding through there, across there. I don't know how soft that mud is down by the stream. I know back airways it was pretty soft and pretty deep. I thought it was going to go over my boots. All right, I'm going to go down here and look around. Some deer. See what this one is. Can't really tell, but I don't see any other ones. So probably nothing. There's none coming down except for mine. That side, and that's just right there. I don't think it's anything. And there's none up this way. Oh, it's deeper than I thought. So if anything big was coming through there, they'd sink just like I did. It's pretty frozen here. Let's see what kind of view we got down that way. It looks like I'm seeing a lot more water. Yeah. I think this is about the limit right there on this mud flat there. About the limit I could do. I think it's pretty steep and looks like it opens up pretty good size there. Or you know, the water it gets wider. There's really no more mud flats. Sorry about the camera. I don't know if y'all can see that down there. That's water. go up this way. Check this area out back here. The air's starting to get chilly. Getting cloud cover. Oh, that's soft. Oh, there's another rock stack. Yeah. I'm not seeing anything other than this stack, but as usual, I'm gonna say probably man-made. Then we'll go right there and just hang out for a little bit. Have a sit down and listen before I have to head back. Well, I went over there to sit down, and you know, this is where this rock stack is, and found this one pretty interesting. Something, you know, someone or something just filled this big crack in with rocks. Some of them are pretty big. Huh. I don't see any other ones in the area here. This gives you a better view here. As you can see, the mud flats just quit right there. I just opened it, just high walls, or steep banks and water. So I'm at my limit here. I'm gonna have a seat for a little bit and just stop and listen, or sit and listen, and see if I hear anything. I'm just sitting here and heard a couple of 3 knocks. I don't know if it was a knocks or what it was. Come from way back up in there. Oh, I see him. Here's what it is, a little culprit. I don't know if you all can. There's a woodpecker. I just seen him fly right there. You probably can't see him, but he's right there on the tree. Here he comes. There he goes. There he is. I don't think the camera picked him up, but yep, it was a woodpecker. I could see him fly there. I don't think the camera picked it up, but he's right up in there. I don't think he's going to do it again. was right there in the center of the screen somewhere now. All right, well, taking my break, and I may end up up here to check these rocks out, since I can get up to them fairly easy. You know, I've sat here for a little bit and haven't heard anything. Sunlight's right in the camera. So I decided, what the hell? I don't do this a bunch. I mean, sometimes I do it. A lot of times I just go out and hike and listen. Let's just go up here and whack a tree. Let's see if we get any response. It don't sound bad there, does it? Give it a shot. See if we hear anything else, or anything respond. Sorry about the lighting. I know it's terrible. The sun's like just right over the horizon, or a little bit before the treetops. It's kind of shooting right in here. Kind of want to check these rocks out up here. So far, nothing. All right, let's flip it around and let's go check the rocks out. I always like to check areas like this out, mainly because I really think the subject of, like, you know, some kind of petroglyphs or things like that are really cool. And with the fellow that was telling me he's found stone tools in the area, what better place to look than the outcroppings here for things like that, for, you know, some petroglyphs and whatnot. Here, just give you a view, an overview of the mud flats, and I came from way up that way. Kind of cool. I had me worried there for a second. Make sure I wasn't stumbling on a bear den. There's a hole back in there. I don't see where anything's been coming in and out of there. Definitely tell that one there. This rock here was attached at one time, and it has broken off by the looks of it. Looks like some raccoon poop. Very cool. Very cool. Gotta watch very carefully underneath these leaves or some rocks. And you step on them, you kind of twist your ankles. I can't tell what that is, but it might just be moss. Let's go back here and check this out. Oh. Yeah. I thought maybe it was some kind of yeah. You all know what I was trying to say here. Pictograph of some sort. But it looks like it's just moss. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Sorry, had a small spider crawling on me. This is interesting though. I mean, I'm no expert at this at all, but I've seen other people talk about the blackness like this under the rocks. And I guess sometimes that indicates maybe there was some kind of fires here at one time. Maybe, because I mean, this is overhang, maybe this was used as an area for cover. Let me back up, see if we can get a better view of that. I mean, it's a natural overhang, and it just may be natural color, I'm not sure. That tree there is, oh, can you see it? Let's go around here. That's definitely sketchy. Right on the edge of that rock. Wow. All right, well, it's time for me to head back down, get my stuff, head back toward the car, and I won't bore you all with any unnecessary videos of me hiking back through there. If I don't find, if I find something, I will, or I'll record it. But if I don't, I'll see you all at the car. I know I said I wouldn't bore you all with the hike back, but I decided to come a different little bit. I know I said I wouldn't bore you all with the hike back, but I decided to take a little different line, and I just wanted to show you why this is a good place to come look for tracks. As you can see, those are mine all the way across there. And it's muddy. So I'm gonna head back that way along the edge of the creek and see what I can find. Well, that mud got so heavy and thick on my boots, I actually had to come into the stream here and wash it off. That line wasn't a very good one to take, I guess. I think I'm going to stay to my left here. It's quite a bit more rocky than the mud. This mud flat I've already looked at. So I think I'm gonna go up on the left side of the stream and take the rocky path back. All right, I'll see y'all at the car. Well, I've made it back to the car, and you can see over here the sun's starting to go down. So I'm going to get out here in the creek one last time, wash my boots off, and hopefully get out here to another spot before it gets dark. That's another spot I'm gonna check out, because I'm gonna stay here overnight. Maybe not here, but somewhere in the area. And then I'm gonna check that spot out tomorrow, and another inlet on across the mountain. There's been sightings in both areas. So I guess that's all for this video. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.